Hello warriors, I'm Kelly and this is my channel Incredible Anyway, where I talk about how to live an incredible life no matter what your circumstances are. And this is a long overdue update video to let you guys know how I'm doing chronic health wise, also how I'm doing vertigo and Meniere's wise post brain surgery, vestibular nerve section, and craniotomy. So I'm going to be talking about all these updates in this video. I am still going to be putting out videos of the day-to-day recovery post-surgery, and you'll know that those videos are flashback videos because I'm wearing that orange tank top and I tell you this is from my journals. I want you guys to be able to see how my recovery was going. I also hope that if somebody else ever goes through this surgery, that they'll have access to see how I was recovering. So maybe when they're recovering, they'll know that they're not alone. And so I will still be putting out those videos. I'll be putting out new videos interspersed in there. I got a colonoscopy and endoscopy because I've been having gastrointestinal issues, and I will be putting out that video to give you guys updates on what's going on with that. I have a video on my chronic migraines because they are so much worse lately. The updates with how they're worse, what we're doing, see if we can make a change there. You'll always see in the description, I always say when I filmed a video, and I'll try to, at least in the videos that happen right after my brain surgery, I'll put in a pin a comment and let you know, hey, this is from then. My brain surgery, I am back. I'm back. It has been a little over 4 months since I had vestibular nerve section and craniotomy for Meniere's disease. And it has been a journey, y'all. It has been rough. I'm still on the journey. I'm still healing. I filmed a video where I talk all about the surgery, so please go check that out. My neurosurgeon took off a piece of my skull, went in there into my brain. My Meniere's doctor, who's a neuro-otologist, went in and clipped that nerve, the vestibular part of the auditory nerve. He did not clip the auditory part. And then the neurosurgeon put the skull back on with titanium plate and screws. So I have titanium in my head, y'all. I just have to say, my parents are incredible. I've experienced them showing so much love to me in service and helping me out and taking care of me, and just so much love. Like I just could not have done it without them. And I'm so thankful. They have sacrificed so much of their time and their effort and their physical effort, their emotional effort to be there for me, to help me out, to take me to doctor appointments, to do all the things. And I am so grateful, and I can never, ever say enough how thankful I am. They have been here in the beginning. My mom was here pretty much every day for the first 6 weeks. I had to wash my incision every single day. I had to shower and wash it, and so she had to help me every single day. Basically, the recovery post this surgery is because the brain has to completely relearn everything regarding vestibular function, balance, knowing where it is in space. You use your eyes, your ears, your brain, and your kind of proprioception, touching things to help you know where you are in space. And when that is all of a sudden gone, the brain does not know what to do. It's only relying on the one nerve, and that's not the complete amount of information it usually has. So it's functioning, it's trying to function in the same way without half the information it used to get. And so it has to relearn how to do all of these things vestibularly. Hello, Mr. Turkey. My elbow keeps setting in. It has to relearn how to do all these things vestibularly by using the remaining healthy nerve alone. It just takes a long time, and the brain has to learn in every single situation and then practice and figure it out and go, oh, this is what I do, so that we're not falling over. Falling over when we sit up, falling over when we're standing, falling over when we're walking, all the things. We learn to do it in a very small environment with not a lot of stimulation, because what makes my vertigo and my balance problems worse? Movement. When I'm moving, I'm in a car, I'm walking. 2, noise. So the amount of noise stimulation, if there's a lot of loudness in the room. And 3, visual stimulation. So is there a lot of things in the room? Things get so much worse when I'm around people. and it gets even more worse when I'm in public and there's lots of people. I also have a lot of trouble when the light changes drastically. So let's say I am in a building, in a dark building, then I go outside and there's the sunlight, like I could fall over. There's a lot that my brain is trying to figure out. So that's why things get worse. It's why I get such severe, debilitating vertigo. Literally right before I went into surgery, my neurosurgeon said, this is going to be hell for you. And he was talking pain-wise and vertigo-wise. Pain-wise because they would not give me enough pain medication because they didn't want me to sleep. Because if I was sleeping, then my vestibular system wasn't getting the chance to heal and to learn. That sucked really bad. The other reason he said that it was going to be hell is he said the vertigo is going to be 100 times worse, hundreds is what he said, than you've ever experienced. And if you've had vertigo with many years, you know it's pretty bad. Like, you don't need it to be hundreds of times worse. I don't think I could have even fathomed in that moment what he meant. He was right. He was right. It's really been very, very hard. So something that has been helping me with this has been vestibular physical therapy. I have a video I made for myself, and it's basically the first 8 weeks of me with vertigo doing these physical therapy exercises. I made this video for myself because I needed to see that I had made any improvement, because the improvement has been so very slow. And so that video I will be sharing. I put text to it so it gives context to other people. I had been going to vestibular therapy, physical therapy for 2 times a week. And that last month or so, I've been going 1 time a week because that's all my insurance would cover. Where I have the most problems vertigo-wise and vestibular-wise or balance-wise is outside of my house and in public. So outside, in the light, when I go walking on my street and there's a lot more going on, going into buildings, going into the hospital, going to doctor appointments are all very, very hard. They're not as hard as they used to be because my brain is starting to learn. I haven't gotten out of the house a ton, like outside of physical therapy, doctor appointments, and IV infusions that I have weekly. I went to the nursing home, I've been to the restaurant, I've been to a coffee shop. That's pretty much it. Those are big steps for me. I went to a coffee shop with my mom. And then a week later, we went again, and while it was still really hard, it wasn't as hard as it was the first time.
Where's your ears back? Happy boy. We went so fast out of the house, we didn't get your boots on. Good thing it's not too hot out, huh? So Mom and I are at Vibe. She's getting our stuff. Yum.
Can you reach it?
Yep. Thank you. Oh, one more. I got a green power smoothie. He was like, I was on the treadmill, and all of a sudden we found out we were leaving. So Mama just threw my harness on. I got a drink of water, and that was it. Forgot the boots.
I should have asked less bananas.
Ooh.
Here's mine.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you forgot to say the coconut too.
Well, it's okay. I kind of like
The acai bowl.
A month or so ago, my parents and I went to a restaurant. We went in the middle of the day so we wouldn't be with rush hour or anything. Basically how I feel in public is I feel like I'm on high seas on a boat. That's what it feels like. It feels like things are just, it's very disorienting. It's very hard to focus. That is very hard. I used to not be able to turn my head and look at people, and I can do that now. One of the things that I practice walking, I practice looking around, and it's amazing how many details I was not seeing about the world around me because my vertigo kind of brings everything close. My vertigo makes looking at all the details too hard. It's too overwhelming for the brain. In public, I have to have an assistive device, whether it be my walker, whether it be Benny and me and my cane. In physical therapy, I've been working with Benny and me and my cane. But I still take my walker to physical therapy because after I do it, my brain is just so taxed that it just needs the walker, it needs that stability, because Benny and my cane is not as stable as the walker. And up until recently, I was taking my wheelchair still to IV infusions because I actually fell coming out of one. We realized that maybe when my body is kind of taxed with the IV infusions, maybe we should not push it vestibularly. But this past week, I didn't use the wheelchair and I was okay. So it's kind of just gradually improving. It's just in these baby steps. You know, I don't know how long it will take till my brain is accommodated to everything. I don't know how long it will take for me to be okay to drive again. But I'm trying not to worry about the timeline because we don't know when it's gonna be. And I just am trying to be present. Early on in the recovery process, I had this expectation that I would be better without vertigo a lot sooner. I thought I would be without vertigo by now. And I didn't understand the longevity of recovery that this surgery takes. Overall, I'm making progress. I'm able to be up and around my home easily. I live independently. I don't need my mom to come over and help me. I have Benny. Benny does so much for me. You know, there are some days that have happened where I walked to the mailbox one day. I think they have this on video. I was trying to video for a TikTok actually, and I went to the mailbox, and then must have been when I was filming and I was looking down and like something happened where then my vestibular system just put me into a spin, and it was very hard to walk back. And as soon as I got back in the house, I needed to be in a wheelchair because it wasn't safe to walk anymore. And so some days I do have backward steps, but that's all a part of the process. The process is pushing my brain and knowing that I'm going to have vertigo. I expect it when I go out in public. I know it's going to be hard, but I also know that that means if I'm having vertigo, that my brain is learning. It used to be unbearable for me to go to doctor appointments. I just sitting there in the office waiting for a doctor to come and call me back was so hard to I have come so far, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of all the work that I've done. I just feel very, very, very grateful. So filming this, I am starting to feel very, very dizzy. For some reason, talking to a camera makes my vertigo worse. If you guys have questions, please ask them of me. Like if there's something that I haven't answered that you're curious about. The migraines have been a frustrating rock I have to get over in the path, because when my migraines are really severe, which is often now, I'm not able to get out of bed. It's just really bad. And that keeps me from being able to, like, a friend and I were supposed to go to a movie this weekend and we didn't get to go because my vertigo. And so it's one of those things where it's like, it keeps me from being able to go in these new places that will test me vestibularly so that I can keep growing. But what can you do? You know, so it is a little frustrating that the migraines it's a lot frustrating that the migraines are worse now, because I feel like it's slowing down my healing time. But you know what? This is life. This is my body. This is my brain. And so I'm trying to like roll with it and keep putting one foot in front of the other and enjoy life. I have missed you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support and your love. I can't even say how grateful I am for people who have been so thoughtful and made me feel so loved and supported. If you haven't updated me, give me your update in the comments section. Like, I'd love to know, like, how was your summer? Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Incredible Anyway if you want to get like the most timely, the most up-to-date updates. Follow me on TikTok if you want to see Service Dog Benny content. So my battery died. I am Kelly. Remember, you are not alone. Live incredible anyway. And if you made it to this part of the video, put a brain emoji in your comments to let me know you got this far. Love you guys. I love you guys. I'm hugging you. See you in my next video. Bye.
You are not alone in this world. You are not alone. You are not alone in this this world, you are not alone.